Hello everyone. Today our group is excited to introduce the best-selling book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. In this video, we're going to walk you through the core concept of the book and show you how tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. And the video is presented by Emilio, Vicky, Candy, Lily, and Zoe. Let's just get into it. What if a 1% improvement every single day made you 37 times better in a year? That's a core promise of Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's not about overnight transformation. It's about tiny changes that compound into extraordinary results. In the next 8 minutes, you'll learn the 4 laws that govern every habit. First, the power of tiny gains. Clear opens with a remarkable story. In 2003, British cycling was a disaster. No Tour de France went in over a century. Then Coach Dave Brailsford arrived with one philosophy: the aggregation of marginal gains. Improve everything by 1%. Better bike seats, better sleep pillows, even painting the inside of the tin truck wire to spot dust. Within 5 years, Britain dominated the 2008 Olympics, winning 60% of available gold medals. By 2012, they were setting world records. The lesson: habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The results don't come immediately. Clear called us the plateau of latent potential. Like ice that won't melt until 32 degrees, your effort accumulates invisibly. You must push through the valley of disappointment before the breakthroughs arrive. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system.
To drive ourselves to build a small habits, we need to change our identity. Most people change habits the wrong way, focusing on outcomes like, I want to lose weight. That really sticks. Clear offers a better model, 3 layers of behavior change. The outer layer is outcomes, what you get, like losing weight. The middle layer is processes, what you do, which is your workout routine. And the deepest layer is identity, who you believe you are. Lasting change starts from the inside out. Not, I'm trying to quit smoking, but I'm not a smoker. Every habit is a vote for the type of person you're becoming. Go to the gym 50 times, and the evidence builds you're an athlete. The goal isn't to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. Before the 4 laws, you need to understand how habits work. Every habit runs on a 4-step loop. First, the cue, a trigger signaling a reward is nearby. Second, the craving, the motivation that drives you to act. Third, the response, the habit itself. And fourth, the reward, the payoff that reinforces the loop. Here's an everyday example. Your phone buzzes. That's a cue. You want to know what it says. That's a craving. You pick it up. That's a response. You feel satisfied. That's a reward. This loop runs constantly, below your awareness. The 4 laws let you take control of each step to build good habits and break bad ones.
The first law of behavior change is to make the cue obvious. Every habit begins with a trigger, so the clearer the trigger is, the easier the habit becomes. One useful method is called an implementation intention. Instead of saying, I want to exercise more, say, I will work out at 6 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Another strategy is habit stacking. You attach a new habit to something you already do every day. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. And to break a bad habit, make it invisible. Hide the cookies, delete distracting apps, and remove the cue. The second law is to make the habit attractive. We are more likely to repeat behaviors that feel enjoyable. One technique is temptation bundling. Pair something you need to do with something you enjoy. For example, only listen to your favorite podcast while working out. Your social environment also matters because people often copy the habits of those around them. To break a bad habit, make it unattractive. Instead of thinking, scrolling through social media helps me relax, think scrolling too much wastes my time and reduce my focus.
Now, let's move on to the third law, make it easy. This law focuses on the response of the action itself. The easier a habit is, the more likely we are to do it. A useful strategy is the 2-minute rule. Make a new habit take less than 2 minutes. For example, read 30 pages becomes read 1 page, and run 5 miles becomes put on your running shoes. The goal is not to finish everything at once. The goal is simply to start, because starting is often the hardest part. To break a bad habit, do the opposite. Make it difficult. Add friction, like removing social media apps from your home screen. The fourth law is make it satisfying. This law focuses on the reward. We repeat behaviors that feel good immediately. One simple method is habit tracking. When you cross off each day on the calendar, the streak itself becomes satisfying. Here also gives one important rule. Never miss twice. Missing one is an accident, but missing twice can become a new bad habit. In short, good habits should be easy to start and satisfying to continue. For bad habits, make them difficult and less satisfying.
So, to bring this whole framework together, remember that small habits compound. Those tiny 1% gains we talked about might seem small today, but over time, they build into truly incredible results. As we have seen, real change always starts with identity, becoming the person first so the behavior can follow. By mastering the habit loop of cue, craving, response, and reward, and using the 4 laws, you can decide the system that works for you, not against you. James Clear's message is simply this. You don't need to be perfect to build a great life. You just need small, steady actions, done every single day. The habits you practice today are quietly shaping the person you will be tomorrow. So start small, stay consistent, and trust the process. Because in the end, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I'll leave you with one final thought from the book. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. This is the end of our book summary. Thanks for your listening.